Golden desert bling. Ah yes, the gilded jewelry at each corner of the Colorado ZR2, the spool valve shocks from Multimatic. These unique shocks use spool valves instead of the traditional pistons and shim stacks to create a damping response that's based on piston velocity. In short, the shock remains compliant on the road and over smaller irregularities, which are called slow-speed events. Here, speed refers to piston velocity within the shock, not the speed of the vehicle. High-speed events, again, referring to the speed of the piston, such as G-outs and landing jumps, prompt a stiffer response from the shocks, mitigating harsh bottom-outs and maintaining chassis control on the rebound. For a deeper dive into this seriously cool suspension tech, check out our story here. Multimatic DSSV shocks deliver a remarkably composed ride on and off-road using an entirely mechanical system. High-performance shocks from Fox and Bilstein require a host of electronics to produce this sort of suspension response, and other truck manufacturers even require the driver to shimmy beneath the vehicle to dial in the suspension by hand for each change in terrain. Workout in the dirt. As I believe it is sinful to have the keys to a ZR2 and not play in the dirt, I have logged innumerable hours exploring the truck's skills when cruising quickly off-road. Let's start with the easy stuff. There's no wrong way to drive on a gravel 2-track with the Colorado ZR2. The truck is actually the happiest when galloping down a washout dirt track that's just a bit too rugged for trucks with standard off-road shocks. From a gentle 20 miles per hour to highway speeds, the ZR2 will maintain composure for as long as you're willing to give it throttle. Turning up the spice level, Baja mode loosens the reins and really allows you to lock the truck into a drift. The caveat here is steering angle, because hitting full lock pulls power from beneath your foot. This only encourages tidier slides where the driver steers more with the truck's tail than with the wheel. The Colorado ZR2 does have a weak spot in spirited off-road driving though, whoops. When traversing the sine waves of the desert, the Colorado ZR2 can handle gentle whoops at appreciable speed, but it quickly hits its limit. Too much amplitude or too short a period between whoops, and the shocks become overtaxed as the truck seesaws on its axles. But can it jump? That's a silly question, because all cars can jump, it's the landing that counts. And the spool valve shocks are extraordinarily good at cushioning harsh landings. Assuming that you've satisfied a few reasonable criteria for jumping, traveling straight on takeoff is one of them. The shocks' bottom-out resistance and rebound control truly make going airborne a non-event. It's likely you won't even notice your tires leaving the ground, and that's a sign of a competent suspension design.